So now you will start the speaking part 2. The topic is describe an important decision you made on your own. You should say what the decision was, where you were, how you made the decision, and explain why it was difficult to make. You will have 2 minutes.
To be honest, I scarcely find myself being entangled in situations where I have to make great decisions. However, I still remember that one significant decision that held great importance to my life, which was the choice whether or not I should back out of the English team in my secondary school. Back to the time when I was 14, I used to have to face with a big amount of pressures both at school and at home, and I soon realized that most of them came from the need to achieve high scores in my English team, and therefore every day I was overwhelmed with tasks and assignments or competitions, and hence I soon lost my motivation to keep up with the fast pace of the English team, and I found it really difficult to strike a balance. And after some time, the thought of being uninvolved in the English team soon sprang to my mind. At first, I was sure with the decision of backing out. However, after I meticulously weighed the pros and cons and also sought some advice from my peers, at the same time, I also spent an amount of time to reflect on what I had really been striving for. I decided to continue to try my best and keep on learning. And fortunately, my effort was paid off, which made me really proud as well as relieved. Looking back, I am immensely grateful for the fact that the choice that I made back then was right for me, and it also brought me the chance to grow and take a grasp of my abilities. And that's all for my speaking. Thank you for listening.
So now you will start speaking part 3. The first question, what might happen if children live too dependent on their parents?
In my opinion, the fact that children who are living too dependently on their parents can affect their self-reliance ability as they struggle to develop by themselves. This can lead to difficulties in making decisions and solving problems process, as well as taking responsibilities for their actions. They can also find it hard to form relationships or interactions with the other, especially their peers in the long run. This can also take a toll on their self-esteem.
The second question, what are the effects of parenting on their children's development?
I strongly believe that parenting has a crucial role in shaping a child's development. Some effects of parenting on children's development include emotional development, self-esteem and confidence, social development, as well as cognitive development. These aspects of children are affected by parenting because children observe the way their parents act. They learn and imitate what they are received. For example, if parents are caring and attentive, or they provide their kids with a lot of love and support, their children are likely to turn out to be really confident and very active. Similarly, for parents who are ignorant and too harsh on their children, the kids are prone to be socially inactive and have a very low self-esteem.
Okay, so the third question, what kinds of people tend to live by themselves?
From my point of view, people who tend to live independently are usually, first of all, young people who are just starting out on their own. A great number of them have the tendency to hold the purpose of pursuing education or career opportunities that requires them to live independently. Therefore, they choose to live alone in there to pursue their career. Secondly, are individuals who valued privacy or independence. They simply prefer the freedom and autonomy that comes with living alone. And they also, as they enjoy having control of their surrounding and their own life, hence they choose to live alone in order to meet the demands of their privacy and independence, as I believe.
The first question: how can parents and teachers help young people to live independently?
I believe that teachers and parents can help teenagers to live independently by teaching them about practical life skills such as cooking, cleaning, or doing laundry in order to help them to take care of themselves in the long run when they have to live alone. And moreover, they can also educate children about the monetary values as well as suggest ways to stabilize their finance when they have an independent life.
And the last question: what skills do you think young people need to learn to live independently?
I strongly believe that there's a wide range of assets that young people need to achieve before having an independent life. The first skill is financial maintenance. This because finance plays as the key role in order to have a stable and decent life. Therefore, these skills can help young people to save up their money and use their earnings rationally. The second significant skill is basic home maintenance. This includes cooking, doing laundry, or cleaning, which can help young people to take care of themselves when living alone. So, welcome to IELTS test speaking part 2. In this part, you are going to describe an important decision you made on your own. You may talk about what the decision was and where you were or how you made the decision, and explain why it was difficult to make. Your time starts now.
So, one significant decision that holds great importance in my life was the choice to apply to Laogai High School for gifted student. After completing my secondary education, I was at a crossroads. I was unsure about my future path and didn't know which way should I choose that would be the best for me. So I think about the possibilities, about the capabilities of my own, and try to reach out to my family for advices. Eventually, I decided to go to CLC, which is Laogai High School for Gifted Student. It was a hard choice due to my ability back then. I was a decent student with average grade and no special ability beside English. I had to undergo a lot of studying and preparing for the entrance exam. I also had to prepare myself for the IELTS test, which will be really beneficial if I get above 6.5. The decisions to apply for the school has had much impact on my personal growth. It helps boosting my self-esteem because through making decisions, I learn to trust myself and trust what I can do. Besides, it enhanced my diligence, adaptability, and knowledge. I gained academic knowledge which prepared me a lot for the challenge of the entrance test. Now that I'm looking back, I'm grateful for choosing this path. It has empowered me with a broader perspective, and it opened doors to exciting opportunities and new relationships, and shaped me into a more confident person. That's all.
Welcome to IELTS speaking test part 3. The first question is going to be what might happen if children live too dependent on their parents.
So, as they grow up, children are negatively affected through stunted growth. Due to not being able to make decisions on their own and control their own life, they may not be able to reach appropriate emotional, financial, or mental maturity if they constantly and consistently rely on their parents. And besides, They won't know what to do or what to say once they step into adulthood. They would have to undergo trial and error in order to become independent by themselves.
Thank you very much for your answer. Your next question will be, what are the effects of parenting on their children's development?
If parents make positive changes in parenting, then children will demonstrate early learning skills and less problematic behavior. However, if there were negativity in parenting, children are more likely to grow up distant from their parents or exhibit bad traits that may affect their future, like anger or jealousy or anything that is not good.
Thank you very much for your answer. Comes to the next question. The third question is going to be, what kinds of people tend to live by themselves?
So some common groups of people who tend to live alone include young adults who are just starting out on their own, single people who have never been married, divorced or widowed individuals, and older adults who may have lost their partner. For example, young adults who are just starting out on their own may not have found a romantic partner or may be pursuing educations or higher career opportunity that requires them to live independently, or maybe like divorced or widowed individuals may find themselves living alone as a result of life change or loss.
Thank you very much for your answer. Now comes to the next question. How can teachers and parents help young people to live independently?
So there are many things that parents and teachers can do so that young people can live independently. So first of all, they can teach them practical life skills such as cooking, cleaning, doing laundry, and basic home maintenance. For example, parents can involve their children in meal planning, and teacher can incorporate practical life skills lesson into their curriculum. By teaching the practical life skill, young people can develop a sense of confidence and independence in their ability to take care of themselves. Parents and teachers can provide guidance and support to young people as they learn to live independently.
Thank you very much for your answer. Now comes to the last question. What skills do you think young people need to learn to live independently?
So young people have to learn a lot in order to live independently. They should learn how to manage their finance, including budgeting, paying bills, and saving money. They need to know how to create a budget, balance their money, and pay bills on time. They also need to learn about credit and debt and how to save money for emergencies or like life goals. Young people should also learn how to take care of their physical and mental health, including exercising, healthy eating, stress management, and seeking help when needed. That's all.